Hi friends, I'm TTP and these are my favorite mechs in Mechwarrior Online. Today, medium weight class, starting with the Arctic Wolf Alpha. I really enjoy this mech. It is a 40-tonner that carries quad SRAM 6 with Artemis, lots of ammo, and clan ECM. A very stealthy, small brawler that can do a lot of damage if you can get it into range, and the ECM helps with that a lot. Also, with the Arctic Wolf Prime left torso here, we have the ability to use 3 jump jets, so we're also very nimble and very active on the battlefield. Moving on to my next favorite, it is the Blackjack 1X. This thing is a really powerful laser boat at only 45 tons. It doesn't look like much, but we have done like over 1,000 to 1,200 damage with this mech easy with this particular loadout, 2 large lasers and 6 medium lasers. That's an alpha strike of 48 pinpoint, and with the XL270 this thing runs at almost 100 kph. The only thing missing from this build is jump jets, but unfortunately the Blackjack 1X doesn't accommodate those. Moving on to the next one, we've got the Blackjack 2 in the L variant, but the Blackjack 2 basically works the same way. This thing has some nice quirks on missiles. You can do, for example, 4 SRM6, you can do 4 Streak 6s or 4 Streak 4s, or in this case, what we did with the Blackjack is we made it into a Snapjack with a light PPC and 4 MRM10s, and basically just twist in, shoot, and then get out again. Very simple, and the MRM10s deploy super quickly. Moving on to the next one, Blackjack 3. This one is, in my opinion, the best Innosphere medium to use with heavy PPCs. Let's have a look at the build here real quick. XL225 engine, 81 kph speed. We've got 2 jump jets in here and 2 heavy PPCs, plus 4 double heatsinks, and that is all you can manage to get into this mech. You see, you have to shave the armor quite a bit, but it's not a problem. This thing can do a lot of damage over time. We've done over 1,000 damage with this thing in a couple of matches. You just use it as a pop-tart. You have nice high-mounted PPCs. You've got a rather slim silhouette. Really powerful mech. Just make sure you don't get into too close range, because as you guys know, the heavy PPCs do not work under 90 meters. Next up on the list is the Bushwhacker High Roller. This thing we've done a lot of fun builds with. Rack 5s is a nice build. You have them very close to the center of your mech, so anything you can see you can basically shoot. You can also do Rack 2 builds with this mech. Definitely one that I would say is one of my favorite medium hero mechs. On the other side of things, though, there is also, if you don't want to purchase a hero mech, the Bushwhacker X1, and that thing, for example, is really nice with triple Rack 2. As you can see, you've got 2 hardpoints right here in the right side torso and 1 in the left side torso that allows you to do triple Rack 2. Moving on to a Cicada. I would not have thought that it would be on that list, but the Cicada 3M, this is a Cicada that has the ability to run ECM. You can do a lot of interesting builds on this. The last build we did was a heavy PPC and medium laser build, combined with XL280 engine and Guardian ECM. That makes this thing quite fast, and it only has a 30 alpha strike, but you just rack up damage onto damage when you use this more often, and throughout the fight, you're not a prime target, so you get in, you shoot a little bit, you overheat, or before you overheat, you dial out of the fight again, and rinse and repeat. A nice little striker. Next up on the list is going to be the Crab 27. This is a really nice team support mech that can also still do some damage. As you can see right here on the right of your screen, it's got 2 AMS, 2 little AMS bunny ears, and you run this thing basically with a complement of 5 medium pulse lasers, standard engine 275, so if you lose your side torsos, no big deal, you still have the 3 medium pulses, 2 zombie whiffs. This is also a mech that after you've shot your AMS ammo and maybe your side torsos get blown off, you're still a zombie and you're still in the fight and you're still shooting. Fun mech to play, definitely. Well, it's time for some Dervish action here. We've got the Dervish 6M. This thing works really well with double MM30s. These are going to be in those side torsos right here. Remember, with a Dervish, you always have to open the torso flaps, so make sure you've got that button bound on your keyboard. Otherwise, you will have some problems. Other than that, it's just double MM30. We've got an XL280, 2 jump jets, a heatsink, and 6 tons of ammo. Next up, another Dervish, the Dervish Frenzy. This thing can be very interesting. You can run this, for example, with MRM10s, you could run it with SRM2s, you can run it with Streak 2s. The Frenzy has the ability to run 8 missile hardpoints, so you can do like 8 Streak 2s or whatever, and then just shoot them in groups of 4. It's a lot of fun. It has a really nice paint job, I would say. So it's a fun mech to play. Last time we ran this thing, we We did 8 LRM5s. Don't tell anybody. You've probably seen it on German Engineering already. It is disgusting. Moving on, this is one of my favorite mechs of all time, the Griffin 2N. Such a good medium mech. 55 tons, which means it's on the high end of the medium tonnage bracket. It has the ability to run ECM, and it has these nice hard points very close to the cockpit at cockpit height. And what do you do with this? Well, you run quad SRM6 with Artemis, an XL2F85 engine, a lot of ammo, and a total of 4 jump jets. The arms are really, really nice shields, so when you shoot, you just twist away, take some damage on the arms, get them blown off first. Just make sure you don't get your side tosses blown off, because of course you're running an XL engine. Other nice builds that work very well on this mech are quad streak sticks, but make sure you get a Beagle active probe then, or MRM60, for example, also works very well on this mech. Moving on to the health spawns, we've got the health spawn 7D2, that's the paralyzer. You can have a lot of fun with this mech. It's got the ACM capability as well. You've got 2 missile hardpoints, 6 energy hardpoints, so you could do something like an MRM40 and 6 ER small lasers, for example. Or you can just do like a laser build and lose the bunny ear. I'll leave it up to you, but it's very versatile. You can have a lot of fun with this, and it's also got the ability to equip jump jets. Moving on to also one of my sentimental favorites, the Streak health spawn. This thing doesn't look like much. Remember to open the flaps right here. If you open the flaps, that will reveal 2 more Streak 6s. This is a triple Streak 6 Guardian ECM health spawn. It doesn't sound like much, but we have done 1100, 1200 damage multiple times with this build, guys. It is deceptively powerful, and the reason why is because the combination of ECM and jump jets, and it's just a health spawn at 45 tons. You don't tend to get focused, you're just in the middle of the fight, and you just keep on firing those streaks and do a lot of damage, and hope the enemy team doesn't have AMS. If you guys are interested in the build, let's have a quick look at that. You can just pause the video and then just copy the build. This is not for the faint of heart, however. Moving on to the next mech in our list, the Hunchback 2Cs, and I have selected the Hunchback 2C normal version for this, just for the ability to equip the double UAC-20s and just fire them at the same time. You could also do double LB-20s right here, but there's a lot of other things you can do with the Hunchback 2C. You can do LRM boats with a different model, you can do a laser boat with a different model, but I just enjoy the double trouble Ultra AC-20 Ducker that comes from this model. Very simple build, small engine, heat sinks, UAC-20s, and as much ammo as you can fit. You can do over 1000 damage with this if you play your cards right. Also has these nice high hardpoints, so you only have to expose about 20% of your mech to be able to effectively deal damage to your enemies. Then, next up we have a Huntsman. The Huntsman Pocket Hero mech, and I use this basically as my basis for all Huntsman mechs. This one is a kinda insane 8 SRM6 build. I not recommend you do this, guys, because it goes super hot, but the firepower is kinda insane. You can brawl down one target very quickly, but then yeah, then you're just burning up. Maybe 4 SM6 and 4 SM4s or something, or 4 SM2s might be better here. Has nice jump capabilities. You can fly very high with this mech. Speed is going to be 81 kph. So you can do a lot of different builds on this. SRMs, streaks, ATMs. You could even do LRMs if you wanted to. So very versatile hero mech that gives you that 30% C-bill boost. Moving on, the next mech I want to talk about is the Nova S. I have a couple of Novas that I enjoy to play, but the Nova S is the one that stands out because the SCT allows you to put in an AMS, and together with some other hardpoints, some other Omnipods from other Novas, we can get to a total of 3 AMS on this mech. And we combine them, for example, with ER small lasers. And then you have a knife fighter that does a lot of damage at closer ranges and supports the team super nicely with triple AMS. You've got 1 to 2.5 tons of AMS ammo in this one, a lot of clan double heat sinks, and of course the 12 ER small lasers. Make sure to shoot them one arm and then the other. Do not alpha strike this or you're going to overheat and explode yourself, so be very careful about that. However, jump distance 52 is going to be really nice, and the firepower is 60, and you're shooting like this. Pew, 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 you just killed an Atlas from behind. So it goes very quickly. This is a deceptive loadout, guys. Do not underestimate this. And with some skills and whatnot, you've got an optimal range of about 240 meters. That's not that far from an inner sphere medium laser at 270 optimal without skills. So you got some range. So don't dismiss the range on this. Even though it says ER smalls, this has some range. Moving on to a Phoenix Hawk, and the favorite Phoenix Hawk of mine is the Phoenix Hawk 2. That's a build that I got from MPG, and I really enjoy that. It's 5 medium pulse lasers, 1 ER small laser, and of course the Guardian ECM. You are very nimble, very fast, and you are able to just jump around in the fight and do damage to enemies, maybe from the back, but also then take out enemies that have like damaged components very well. Surgical precision and those lasers sync up quite nicely. The reason we're not running 6 medium pulses is because with the jump jets and everything else, this mech runs very hot. So this ER small laser right here basically serves as a substitute for a medium pulse laser at less tonnage, allowing you to get more jump jets / heat sinks in and retaining your armor. Moving on to the next one on the list, we've got the Shadowcat Prime, and this is just a classic Shadowcat, guys. Two ERPPCs right here for double heatsinks and clan ECM, the left arm being shaved down a little bit and the cockpit shaved down a little bit. Of course, we have the mask in the CT. This is a given for the Shadowcat Prime. So yeah, you just run around, you shoot your double PPCs, and you are just very annoying. Boris the Tesla Trooper loves this build, and it is really nice. Fun mech to play, for sure. Not easy, but fun. There needs to be a Shadowhawk on the list too, so let's go to the Shadowhawk 2H. This is the Raka Daka Shadowhawk. You can do this with twin rotary AC5s and a standard engine, or you do it with triple Rack 2s, but then you have to adapt your engine. You have to actually go with an XL engine in order to be able to fit all of this. But yeah, it's a solid mech. You just have to shave the arms, make sure you don't lose your side torsos if you run an XL engine with the Rack 2s, and you just Raka Daka the enemy down. Make sure to fit at least one jump jet though, so that you can jump around and have a little bit more mobility. Up next, we've got the Trebuchet, and for the Trebuchets all have like really nice missile cooldown quirks, but I really enjoy the Loup de Guerre hero mech just because of that beautiful, beautiful paint job, and of course the weapons you can run with it. You can turn this thing into a brawler with like SRM6 and lasers or whatnot, or SRM4 and lasers. This is my favorite way to run this mech. 2 jump jets, double MRM30s, and 5 tons of MRM ammo. Lowering the arms a little bit, we've got enough armor on there, and with the structure, it's okay, and the arms really don't take that much damage on this mech. Just make sure you protect your side torsos so that you don't die due to the XL engine. 60 firepower plus 87 kph speed, and a little bit of jumpiness. Really, really nice combination from this beautiful mech. And by the way, this mech is only 50 tons, so quite powerful for a 50 tonner. Just don't get shot too much. Now we're moving on to 2 mechs that are kind of, I don't want to say OP, but they're really, really good. The Vapor Eagle 1, of course, everybody knows it, everybody hates it. ERPPC build, for example, the Vapor Eagle 1, very, very strong, triple ERPPC. If you build it like this, you can actually alpha strike this without overheating, but you're going to be very hot, so make sure you don't alpha strike this without good reason. As you can see, we've got a lot of double heat sinks in there, we've got targeting computer Mark 1 in there, and a total of 2 jump jets. Please also note that this right arm is completely shaved, the head is completely shaved, so don't get shot in the face, and if you lose that arm, you lose that double heatsink very quickly, but what would you rather have, a little bit of armor on the arms or an extra double heatsink with PPCs? I chose to go the double heatsink route. Moving on to the next Vapor Eagle, this is a really, really nice brawler Vapor Eagle. It is kind of ridiculous. This mech is 55 tons, and it runs the loadout of basically a 75 tonner. Clan LB20 and quad clan SRM6. Yes, they're not with Artemis, but look at this firepower. This is a 68 brawler firepower on a 55 ton mech. You've got 20 meters of jump capabilities from 2 jump jets, and you got 80 kph of speed. So you're basically a jumpy, more nimble Orion 2C with a little bit less accuracy long range. It is super powerful and also super fun. Nice brawler to play. You should try it out. Got 3 mechs left on our list. Let's talk about the Vulcan 5T. This is a really, really good mech. It has super good geometry that makes it super hard to hit, especially because it is very nimble, turns very fast, and also with the jump jets can fly around a little bit and change direction quite quickly. We've got a 5 medium pulse laser set up here. That's the best build for this mech, hands down. 3 jump jets, and the rest is just double heat sinks. 40 tons, goes 115 kph almost, and a jump distance of 40 in this case. Think of it as a less armored but super nimble and super hard to hit urban mech K9. Moving up, 2 more mechs left. The Wolverine 7 Delta. This thing is on the list because I enjoy the gameplay with MRMs and the Mask Mark III up here. So this is a Inner Sphere mech that has Mask in the medium category, which is, I think, the only one that has it. And you can be very, very fast here. You just drop in. Let's see what kind of engine we would run with this. We'll probably run like an XL300 with this, maybe. Yeah, it looks like an XL300 build to me. Yeah, you only have MRM 50, but with the jump jets and the mask, you're super, super hard to hit. So that can really throw your enemies off guard. And then last but not least, I want to go show you guys the Wolverine 7K in a brawling outfit. Nice mech to play. Just 3 SM6 of Artemis plus an AMS and a little bit of ammo. And an XL engine 330. Once again, one of those mechs that looks like it doesn't really have that much firepower, but the key is to be in the fight and just keep firing like a crazed madman. You've got enough armor to take a couple of hits if you're careful and you're good at twisting and turning. The Wolverines are in general not as easy to hit, and with your 105 kph speed, you're also quite quick on the battlefield for a 55-tonner. Well, there you go, guys. This was my list of favorite medium mechs. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button to let YouTube know to show this video to more people that might be interested in some cool medium mechs to pick up in Mechwarrior Online. And hey, if you want to support me, check out the links below. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll see you in the heavy mech list. Catch you there.